Hey guys, how's it going? Elliot's here again. In today's video, I'm going to be taking apart a Quickshot Supervision, also known as the Quickshot Supervision. As you can tell, this looks quite similar to the Game Boy. This is because it was made to compete against the Game Boy in the market in the 90s. First thing to do is to take off all the screws around the outside. Once the screws have come off on the outside, you can simply just lift off on the back piece. Careful, as there is a cable connecting to the two battery contacts, and you can also do the same for the front. The next thing to do is simply lift off the piece of tape and just simply unscrew the metal shield. Next up is all of the screws that are on the motherboard at the bottom. Just simply unscrew them all. The last thing to do is just unscrew the audio amp at the bottom. Then we're just going to unscrew the bendy piece that's in the middle. This is what allows the Supervision to bend into its two different positions. It's a little bit tricky to remove the speaker. You just need to be quite careful and lift it off. Lastly, there's a couple of screws on the actual screen holding it in, so just go ahead and remove them. Alright, so everything is now pretty much taken apart. We could go a little bit further, but there's not really a huge point. This little middle piece here can actually kind of like disconnect, and then you can take the ribbon cable out. But don't really need to, because once you've got that out anyway, they're soldered onto the board, so you can't take them out. The screen section is actually huge, and the actual screen itself is ginormous. It's probably about a 2 or 3 inch screen. It's quite big. Very interestingly, they went for this method of like pins instead of a ribbon cable to attach the screen to the motherboard. I don't really know too much about boards, but what I do know is that these are the cheaper method of making kind of like different types of chips on the board. It just means that there's a small little modular thing, and then they just put that on the board, and then they resin like glue over it. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is put the whole thing back together, give it a little bit of a clean, and then I'm going to save a review for another time.
Okay, and
and that concludes the video. I will be doing a actual video review on the Supervision at some point. I would like to get a couple more games before I do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.